Dr. D Doreen Robin ma'am from Chennai. And also I am having an immense pleasure introducing our second session speaker, Dr. D Doreen Robin ma'am, the Director of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. She received her BTech using in Information Technology from the Dr. Doreen Robin ma'am. Her post-graduation ME in CSE from Anna University, Chennai. She completed a doctorate in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University. Her research interests include parallel and distributed computing, grid computing, cloud computing, and big data analytics. Dr. Doreen ma'am hold previous positions include Professor Head at Loyola ICAM College of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Information Technology. She served as an assistant professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Chennai. She worked as a teaching research associate at the Department of IT, Edison College of Engineering, Chennai. She had published about 30 papers in national, international journals and conferences. She is a life member of ISTE. She is a reviewer for Computer and Electrical Engineering Journal and Future Generation Computer Science Journal. She had been the resource person for the workshop of Digital Classroom, Big Data Analytics using Hadoop, Data Science using Python, Machine Learning, Deep Learning, Cognitive Computing, and Software Testing. Now I invite Dr. Doreen Robin ma'am to take over the session. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Valadmati ma'am. Able to hear me? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So on this bright morning, you had all an energetic session. Yeah, I was seeing it, how beautifully the previous resource person was taking care of the session, and you are all excellent teachers. So I would like to thank from CIRF, on behalf of CIRF, the entire management of PSG Polytechnic, for having invited me to give the talk on women in empowerment education, especially in educational sector. How many of you are teachers here? Just type Y on the chat, or if you're not a teacher, just type N on the chat. Quick, please. Okay. Yes, Y. Thank you, Shanti ma'am. The first person. Lecturer, why? So it's so beautiful to see you all today morning. All right, on to the topic, women in educational sector. I've given plentiful talks on educational sector, especially for women empowerment, and I feel always honored to be a woman and share our ideas with women. All right, so how are you today? Answers on chat. How are you today? You're happy, you're tense, you're okay, you're not okay. Great, thank you. Yeah, Shantana ma'am, good. Thank you, great. Good and energetic, very enthusiastic, more enthusiastic. Too good, ma'am, very happy. So we have to praise and thank our God in this pandemic situation. Today is your anniversary. Congratulations, Diya Gag ma'am. Blessed anniversary to you. Fine, by God's grace. Thank you, Kanmani ma'am. I want everybody to give answers. All right. So today, I know you are all teachers. You know more about things. All right. I'm just going to share some of the experiences, what we have experienced, and it will be an active session. You will be also asking questions. Okay. You can also answer it when I ask the question. At the end of it, we are going to play a live survey. Okay. So happy to see you all onto this bright morning. Okay. And whenever we see that we are happy in this pandemic situation, yeah, it's really feeling good. Okay. Even I know some of you would have got infected with COVID. Some of you would have not infected. I got infected with COVID. My husband got infected with COVID. April was a very dreadful situation. April month of 2021. But by the grace and mercy of God, we are all back again alive. Right, so situations always happens. Okay, always we don't say our life is like a smooth process, especially for women. Okay, we are born as a child. Okay, as a girl child, then we grew, and then we become a bigger child, and then we get into a working learning sector. Then we move on to the working sector. We get ourselves graduated. Then we get ourselves married. We need to balance both our family, our in-laws family. So many challenges, and we keep shifting. And God has been so grateful to us. All right. I'll share my screen with you. Okay. Able to see in my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So I'm the last person of this talk. Okay. So I'm Dr. Doreen Robin, as introduced by Valarmadi ma'am. All right. So this year, Women's Day theme, how many of you know? What is the Women's Day theme of 2021? It's choose to challenge. Okay, it's choose to challenge. This year's 2021, the Women's Day theme is called choose to challenge. How many of you are facing challenges? Y is yes, N means no. As a working women, how many of you are facing challenges? Every day facing difficulties, facing challenges. Yes, everybody. So this year's theme, okay, somebody's mic is on. Could it be muted, please? You want to speak? Then you can speak. Okay, otherwise you can put your mics in mute. All right. Okay, I think it's Dr. Vijay ma'am. Would you like to share? Okay, so choose to challenge. And every time we are facing so many challenges in our life. Okay, so this is my family, this is myself, my husband. He's working as a dean and professor at the CIRF group of institution. My children, Gianna Joyens, and my parents, Dr. Florence Doreraj and Dr. Doreraj. Okay, the founders of the school, Bethel Matriculation Higher Secondary School. We have got different sectors that we work on with. Okay, women, they play a vital role. Okay, so whenever we say the king of the animal kingdom is lion and the king of the birds kingdom is eagle. So I'm going to ask you all a question. Okay, being a teacher, right? Yes, always we get used to ask questions, right? Okay, what is the heaviest animal in the jungle? What's the heaviest animal in the jungle? Answers on chat, or you can unmute and speak, please. Yes, quick.
Elephant.
Elephant is the heaviest animal in the jungle. All right. And what is the tallest animal in the jungle? Tallest, heaviest is elephant, right? Which is the tallest animal in the jungle? Is giraffe. Okay. So you told the heaviest is elephant, tallest is, which is the cunning or intelligent animal in the jungle? Cunning animal in the jungle. Yes, please. Fox. Thank you, Smita ma'am. See, but we all say the king of the jungle is, what's the king of the jungle? You always sing the song, the king of the jungle. It's lion. Okay, we say it's not the heaviest animal. Lion is not the heaviest animal. You all said elephant. It is not the tallest animal. It is also not a cunning animal. But how can then it become the king of the jungle? All right. Then how can it become the king of the jungle? Okay. Every animal, it's wise, it's brave. Yes, answers. Thank you, Shanti ma'am. Thank you, Shanta ma'am. It's attitude. Exactly right. Okay. Our attitude as a women, our attitude is more important. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Which team will win? Okay, you have an army of sheep. You have an army of sheep led by a single lion, an army of lion led by a sheep. I repeat the question. Which team will win? Okay, if there is a fight or they have got a challenge, an army of sheep led by a lion or an army of lion led by the sheep? Yes, exactly. Though it is led by the lion, as Vijay Lakshmi ma'am has said the right answer, Green ma'am has given the right answer. Then though you have an army of sheep and it is led by a lion, it is always on the winning side. You are all lions, lioness. You know, in the jungle, you have a male lion and a female lion. Okay, which generally goes to hunt for food? Male lion, yes, it fetch the food. So though lion is the king of the jungle, it is the female lion fetches the prey, gives it to the male lion. So you are all wonderful. You can able to tackle many things in life. That is what even the king of the jungle, we say lion, but for the lion, the food should be prepared by the female lion. So yeah, the female lioness fetch, and you are all powerful. You're wonderful, right? So thanks to all your very good answers. All right. Nice to see a very good set of audience. Okay. An eagle. Okay. How does the eagle fly? Okay. Eagle doesn't fly on the low end. Its determination is too higher. So as women, yes, higher. Thank you, Shanta ma'am. Our determination should be more higher. All right. Okay. So the attitude. When you see an attitude is very important. In educational sector, we find a lot of challenges. Okay, a lot of challenges. So when the great psychologist has said, if you are a powerful woman, okay, and especially you are into the teaching field, in the two sectors, a woman onto the teaching field, if a woman or as a teacher is being given an opportunity to speak to a depressed person, it could be men or women, just for 20 minutes, you will be able to bring them back to normal with your attitude and the words we speak. Yes, so powerful. As I was reading this yesterday, okay, a psychiatrist has said that is the attitude of a powerful woman. How many of you agree that you have a powerful attitude? Yes? No? Yes, agree. Every one of us. See, we are the important factor in a family. We need to balance many things. A woman plays a vital role in the family and also in the work spot. Okay, you are all into the teaching field. I'm going to ask you a question. In your institution, wherever is your institution you're working, whether the number of teaching faculty, which gender is more, male or female? If it is male, type M. If it is female, type F. It's exactly female. Okay. So wonderful, right? See how enormous role we are playing. It's the grace and mercy of God. All right. In a home, who works a lot? Household work. Who works a lot? Is it men or female? Usually, mostly it is ladies. All right. So you are all wonderfully made by the hands of God. All right. So when you see when you take each letter of a word and map it to the alphabet between A to Z of 26 letters, for knowledge it is 96, for hard work it is 98, but when we have a good attitude, it's 100%. Okay, your attitude is more important. As the previous speaker also speaks, people try to humiliate us, people try to put us down everywhere. Even if it is in your family, even if it is in your workplace, there will be a set of people who will try to pull you down. How many of you agree with that? They'll try definitely to pull you down. Only a few set of people will be there to encourage you, to uplift you. Okay, if 2 mouths speaks good about you, there will be 10 mouths who will speak against you. Okay, how many of you have experienced it? Yes or no? Exactly, only a few. But you are the leader for yourself. I repeat it, you are the leader for yourself. Okay, as a woman, you can achieve many things in your life. It's with our attitude. It's with our attitude. People may say, but we know on the bottom of our hearts how true we are to our family, how true we are to the workplace. Are we dedicated? Are we committed? If the answer is yes, live a life that is happy. Yes, you are the leader for yourself, and you are the best judge for yourself, and then God is the best judge for ourselves. Let people speak. The people will speak, the people go out of your life. But you are important to your family. You will be into one working sector. Sometimes we may shift into another working sector. Yes, I was also into 10 years into teaching sector. Then I started this research company. All right. But you are important to the family. In May 2015, that time I was the head of the Department of IT and Engineering College, Royal ICAM. I just had a fever. Then I have called my principal and said that I'm sick, I want to go home. That I was not able to walk. Okay. That I was not able to walk. Then I called my principal and said, no, sir, I want to go home because I'm not feeling well. I had fever, I had dolo, I conducted PTA meeting, everything, and just walked back home on May, it is on April 30th. Okay, 2015, I came back home. I was just sleeping on the bed. I was not able to pass urine. The next day morning, when I went to the restroom, I was not able to get out of the closet. They carried me to the hospital. Okay, the next day, on that day, May 1st, I had another event to go to a inspection. I was not able to go. I was admitted in the hospital. Below my hip, everything became zero. I became totally immovable below my hip. And after a few days, my both hands was not moving. Then I was into ICU for 13 days, and then they brought me back. It was a tragic situation in the family. Okay, my children, my son was just 1.5 years old that time. My daughter was 6 years old. Okay, entire family. But then I told, no, I don't want you to be in the hospital. They took all different scans and everything, and I came back home. They just carried me. I was onto the bed. Doctor said I cannot move. Lifelong, I should be in the wheelchair. But by the grace and mercy of God, my mother was a woman of faith. She always says, no, your toe moves. The entire family prayed for me. And many people of God prayed. And by July, my toe started little moving because there was no movement. I was in the catheter for 40 days and my entire bladder was infected with fusses. All right. But doctor said I can move only through wheelchair. But the attitude, my mother was a woman of faith and she always confesses. She's a very powerful woman. That is what I showed a picture in the starting of it. And she said, you will be able to walk. You will walk. You will walk. And we prayed. My husband supported me. He was a head in an engineering college, Jerusalem Engineering College. Then he was with me. My father was with me. And then God changed everything. I started walking back. The doctor who said I'll walk on wheelchair, he was amazed to see that I was able to walk. With God and with good attitude, we'll be able to overcome any challenges. That time, that is the time I understood how important I am to my family. Always we think we have to go to work, we have to do this, I was working. But during the time, the family stood outside the ICU unit. So you are important to a family, and more importantly, your health is more important. Even this April, I got infected with COVID. Myself and my husband, my parents were with us. So they were taking care of us and we were home quarantine. My kids were on. The first time when my son saw both of us after a long days of quarantine because oxygen level was low and many, what are the impacts of COVID. All right. And then he said, one word he said when he saw us first after the quarantine, when we came out, my father and mother is alive. And he started crying. He's just 6 or 7 years old. Okay, so our attitude determines, what we are, how we are. The people will say, this is what like that. People may say whatever it is, be true to your heart. That is what I want to say. Be true to your heart. That is what I always say. I never live a life that pleases men. I think, am I living a life that pleases God? Because God sees us, right? God sees us, right? Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So thank you, Sunita, ma'am. Yes, our attitude will definitely bring us back with the power of God. Don't worry what people say. That will be a yes. That is not going to affect you at all. Don't take many things into your mind and confuse yourself. Okay, I will always see, I will live, I will speak, I have this character. I will speak straight to people. Okay, it is always not good to speak at the back, what that person is saying, we speak straight and we close it off. And then next time I will be able to speak with them. Okay, see, we are going to live in this world for a very, very short time. Okay, that is not going to affect us in any. So your attitude towards any challenges you face, towards any challenge you face is very important. So when you see this picture, as a working woman, we have all these factors. Okay, as homework, what are the works you do? Taking care of kids, scheduling, okay, love towards the family. So this is how a working woman. So we are going to see about how a women should be. A women should be a willing woman, okay, or are optimistic women, marvelous women, all right, energetic women, and noble women. You are all a willing women. That's what in this bright morning. I know you have a lot of works. I don't know how many of you are cooking and listening to this lecture. Okay, how many of you are taking care of kids and listening to this talk? Okay, you are a willing woman. You are an optimistic woman. You are a marvelous woman. You are an energetic woman. You are a noble woman. So as we are seeing women in education sector, I'm going to give options for two people. Okay. So who is the best teacher in your life? Who is the best teacher in your life? And for what you say that teacher is the best? What character of the teacher? It could be a KG teacher. It could be whosoever it is. Okay. You can tell the teacher's name, which grade the teacher was there with you, and what character of the teacher. The teacher could be alive now, the teacher would have been passed away, but this is one time the option given for two teachers whom you want to thank your teacher in your life. Your KG teacher, normals, M. Thank you. Thank you, Kartika ma'am. What character of that? What character of her? Because I don't know what is her age now. But your teacher, it could be from KG to college or whosoever it is. Answers, please. You can also unmute and speak. Yeah, Valarmadi ma'am is Mrs. Lakshmi, a Hindi teacher. Why do you like her? Her gratitude, 68 years. Yes.
Because of her attitude, ma'am.
Because of her attitude. Okay.
Attitude.
Yes, because of her attitude you like. Is attitude. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can. Yes, Shanta, Shanti.
From Murugappa Polytechnic College, I like my school. Yes, ma'am. My Tamil sir, Namaratnam, I like. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Proceed. We are able to hear.
She muted a mic. Okay. So the character, it is not the teaching that you teach. People will forget what you teach. How you made them to be in your class. How do you make them feel? They don't forget at all. Okay. What you teach, I repeat it, what you teach your children, they will forget. How you made them feel during your lecturing time is more important. Yes, yes. Your mother is your first teacher. Thank you. And in school, Savita ma'am. And in college, Archana ma'am. Thank you. Sunita ma'am. Shanta Devi ma'am. Very kind-hearted person was Ramadev ma'am. Thank you. Mala ma'am for motivation. We Archana ma'am. Yes, because all had a caring and nurturing character. Yeah, that's very important. That's what I repeated. Your students will forget what you teach, but they will not forget how you made them feel. Okay, giving them a good ambience. Okay, giving them a good ambience is very important. Okay, it's very important. So you're all a willing women. Okay, optimistic women, marvelous women, energetic women, and noble women. Okay, I'm going to ask. There was a teacher, okay, who had sent a letter to a student, okay, and that teacher said, okay, and listen carefully, and the teacher said, you know, you go to your home and give this letter to your mother. Okay, so is my voice clear? Okay, okay, yeah.
Yes,
so there was a boy in a school. Okay, there was a boy in the school. The teacher gave a letter to her student and told, give this letter to your mother. This boy ran from school. After he completed his school, he came back home. He gave the letter to his mother. All right. The mother opened the letter and she said, you know, from tomorrow you need not go to school. Okay, you are so brilliant and your teacher has given the letter, and that you are so brilliant that the school cannot teach you, and from tomorrow onwards I'm going to do a homeschooling for you. Believing that, the child thought, and he was very, very brilliant, and the mother was teaching, and the child became he's this genius of the century. Okay, after many years, his mother passed away. This boy who became the genius of the century went back to his old home, and he was cleaning the house. All right, as he was cleaning the house, he was able to see the letter. That time when he was small, the letter given by the teacher, he didn't open it. He just gave it to his mother, believed what his mother said. He was very genius and the school cannot take care of him. After many years, mother passed away, and this boy opened the paper, the letter, and it has written, your son is mentally ill. What it is written? Is mentally ill, and we don't want to have it on school. This is what the teacher told. What did the mother told to the boy? What did the mother say to the boy?
Genius.
You are genius. You are genius. Do you know who is that?
Thomas Alva Edison.
Yes, exactly right. So, if Thomas Alva Edison, you know, what did he find? Discover, or what did he invent?
Electric bulb.
Electric bulb.
Bulb.
He is the person. I hope you are able to see my screen. Yes?
Yes.
How he became a genius of the century, and she is a hero mother. Okay, so but the teacher said he was mentally ill, and it was totally closed. This word was totally Thomas Alva Edison was not aware of it. But his mother said, you are a genius. The school is too small for him and does not have good teachers to train him. So please teach him yourself. This is what written in the letter. See how the words are so powerful. Every word that proceeds out of your mouth is powerful. I could understand. Okay, when we get angry, the first people who we shout at home is only our children. Yes. How many of you agree? When we are so irritated, we cannot go and shout at our parents, we cannot go and shout at our in-laws, we cannot go and shout at our husbands. The only person who always gets scolding or when we get irritated is our children. How many of you agree to it? How many of you reacted to it? Most of the time we do it, right? Yes, no? Hello? I don't know whether you're able to hear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes.
You're audible.
Yeah. Thank you. So most of the time we do it or not. Yes or no? I'm not able to open it. Okay. Let me not waste time. Chat session is not getting open. Okay. So you are all a willing men. So whatever challenges comes to you, okay, the words are more important. How we are going to react to the situation. Supposingly, if you are the mother of Thomas Alva Edison, what would have been your reaction when you would have got the letter? Hello? Suppose you are the mother of Thomas Alva Edison, what would have been your reaction when you receive a letter like that your son is mentally ill and school cannot accommodate him? What would have been your reaction to your kid?
I worried about the message from teacher.
You're worried, okay. Yes. Shanta ma'am?
Argue with the teachers. How can they argument?
Argue with the teacher, yes. Then?
Looking for a suitable school.
Looking for an alternative school. But see how willing was the was the mother of Thomas Alva Edison. It is not easy to do homeschooling. Even we say online class itself is very difficult to keep our kids. Okay, during this pandemic, myself and my husband, we have trained more than 5,000 teachers around the world to take online classes, even with Mumbai. And yeah, I have trained so many people. I have my son who's 7 years old. On June 22nd, he'll be turning into 8. Okay, making him to sit in the online class, it's totally challenging. Yes, but see, what is the biggest responsibility Thomas Alva Edison's mother has taken? And she created a genius of the century. So whatever problems come in our life, let's be a willing woman. I never say we are out of problem. For problem always trails within us. But how are we going to handle it? Then being an optimistic woman. How many of you know about it? Malala. Okay. Yes. Malala, she is a Pakistani education advocate. Okay, she became the youngest person. You imagine whether it is possible. She was optimistic in every way to win the Nobel Prize after surviving an assassination attempt by the Taliban. Okay, on October 9, 2012, a gunman shot when she was traveling from school. Okay, and and she was being treated for many things. Okay, and her skull was kept inside her stomach, a lot of things. But whether she got herself stopping the education that needs to for the needy children after the big assessment, yes or no? Still she's thriving a lot. She had an optimistic mind. She had, even in teaching field, even at her homes as a woman, an optimistic mind is very important. When we sometimes what we do, no, எனக்கு மட்டும்தான் எல்லா பிரச்சனையும். Okay, how many of you we say it's all the problems are for me only? Morning I'm getting up, doing this, doing my household work, going to work, coming back, taking care of kids, this and that, but still all problems comes to me only. Let's not be pessimistic, let's be optimistic in life. So this is one. I always wonder her speech, how bold, how efficient she is, and she is very clear and crisp. As women, these two characters are very important to us. People, especially you're into the leadership, right? You're into a institution and leadership. You're a set of people below, because even I had been a leader at professor and head, and now we are into the director of better group of institutions. So I have a list of teaching faculties. Okay, non-teaching, we need to deal with the parents. It's very challenging this pandemic time. Let's be clear and crisp in what we do. Okay, let's not, sometimes we try to become attention seeking. I always think let's not be attention. People love us, people don't love us. As the year keeps growing, if people know that you're true, people will follow. Let's not change ourselves to satisfy others, right? Be an optimistic. And how many of you know about this girl? She is Miss India 2020 runner-up, Mannya Singh. Okay, she's just an auto driver's daughter. How many of you know about it? Anybody? Mannya Singh? Yes? I don't know. My screen is not clear. It's not loading. Okay. All right. So, let's make it to be auto. Spotlight. Okay. Okay, yeah, now I can see. Yeah, search for next school. Okay, so the next thing is she is just an auto driver. You can go and read about her mother, how much she suffered, but she was able to become auto driver's daughter. And next M, it stands for marvelous women. How many of you know about Dr. Swati Mohan? Yes, no? She is an Indian American woman. Okay, so she made the NASA's Perseverance rover landed successfully on Mars, and she had been working for many years. Okay, at the end of it, we are going to have a survey. Okay, how people balances. Do you have challenges in balancing work and family life? Yes, we are going to discuss about it. Okay, so she's a marvelous woman. Okay, It is not easy for a woman, okay, to do, but she has been working for years and she has been achieving it. Okay, the influence of a teacher, you are all teachers, you are a magnificent women. Okay, you're marvelous and you're magnificent. The influence of a good teacher can never be erased. That's what, when I asked you a question, who are the teachers in your life? Who are the teachers in your life? You all said your KG teacher, you're this teacher, that teacher. Yes, so many things we said. Influence of a good teacher can never be erased. We need to change ourselves. We were born very small. Every day we started growing, our organs started growing. So every day is an experience. Sometimes how many of you have felt like that? You maybe at the starting of your day, sometimes we fight with someone, right? We fight. And then after coming home, we should have thought. Most of the time, is this happened to your life, okay? With your parents, okay? Or with your close one, you'll fight and come back and you should have thought, we should have been little patient that time. How many of you have experienced it? Yes. I fought with them, but after coming home, so when we get angry, we do something or the other. It could be with the parents, it could be with the kids, it could be with the working place. After sometimes, have you ever thought, that time I should have been little patient? That time I could have avoided the fight? Yes or no? How many of you have experienced that? Yes. Yes. Most of us, right? I should have not used that word. I should have not raised that issue. I should have not done it. We recognize it. That's called self-reflection when we come back. When we come back at home and we start to recognize ourselves. That is experience. So when you have a reflection of that kind, when you're going to encounter a situation of the same kind, all right, your mind will say, for example, Doreen, that time you reacted. This time you're encountering the same. Write about yourself. Every day is a rich experience in our life. Every day is a rich experience in your life. The next slide, let me show you. I think one of you could read the next slide. One of you could read the next slide. Can you? One of you unmute and you can read the next slide. Is my screen seen?
Thank you, teacher.
If you can read this, thank a teacher. Okay, so what do you understand from this? What do you understand? If you can read this, thank a teacher. Yes, please.
Because teachers have always taught us from the very beginning about the subjects, about the syllabus, about the life's moral lessons and everything. So whatever they have taught us, we are like a replication of all those things.
Yes.
So like today what we are, it is only because of our teachers. That's why we must keep on thanking them. Even thanking them also will be a very small thing, because the thing that they have done for us for the lifetime, they have given us a lesson to lead a life. So whatever we say for them will be always indebted towards them.
Okay, well said.
Ma'am, basic moral and discipline should be there, ma'am. So
Yes.
that should be the basic foundation for each and every student.
Yes.
So that made them to thank a teacher.
There is a teacher who taught you to learn words. There was a teacher in your life who taught you to learn letters, and now you are able. There was a teacher in your life who made you to understand the word thank, made you to understand the word teacher. So we are ever grateful to our teachers. So teaching is one of the noblest jobs. See, ask one question in a teaching profession. Don't think your HOD didn't say congratulate you. Don't think your management did not recognize you. Don't think your your family did not recognize you. Ask one thing to your heart. Am I true to my job? Am I equipped my job? Am I doing my job perfectly? These questions are more important to us. You ask yourself, today's class have I taught them? Is the work given? See, payment comes, payment goes, this comes, that goes, whatever it is. All right. Are we true to a job? Are we true to ourselves? Have I taught See, same subject, if you're going to take, say for into example, into engineering, if you're going to teach same data structures for different sets of students, every year, I always say to my teachers, okay, every year there should be something upgradation of our knowledge to the teachers. That is what we are having, the FTP kind of thing. The way we tell, but it could be the same subjects. We grind flour for idli, right? Idli we grind the flour, right? Okay, what are the ingredients we use it for to grind idli flour? How many of you will grind the rice and dal? Rice and dal. Yeah, only once you grind it, right? Can you grind the flour again and again? Once it is grinded, can we?
Oh, no, madam.
You cannot. You cannot. Same thing is the subject. Every semester you teach to the students. Though it's the same subject, no use. Yeah, we cannot use it. So same subject, same every time. I always say, when you start your class, start with some interesting stories. Start with a motivational thought. Okay, start something from the news. Okay, try to have a positive vibration. And also these online classes are more challenging, right? You have to keep the audience intact with you, with the students intact with you. Like, what is the influence? And you are the role model. Okay, the students grab your walking, your dressing, your speech, even your kids at home. Okay, when we get angry, when we say some words, the words are correctly captured by the kids. And be an encouraging teacher. Okay, how many of you know about Les Brown? I don't know. Brown was born with his twin brother Wesley. Okay, Brown was born in Florida. Okay, I don't know how many of you know about this Les Brown. Okay, he was adopted by this woman, Mammy Brown. Okay, she is a 38-year-old single woman, and she was working as a cafeteria attendant and domestic woman. So Brown had a twin brother Wesley. You know, Brown doesn't learn well, but Wesley learns well. Okay, Brown doesn't learn. So once this Brown was declared as, he was educably mentally retarded. So while he was in grade school, he was placed back, okay, in 5th grade, but his twin brother went to the 6th grade. It's a real incident. Okay, so he was Wesley was very bright student. Okay, and Les was very dull student. He doesn't come out. So one day a teacher asked him to come up and solve a problem on the with the chalkboard. Okay, and he said, Les said, no, Les Brown said, no, I cannot solve. Then the teacher said, no, Brown, you can, Brown, come on. Then of course you can, the teacher said. Then they said, young man, come up here and solve this problem for me. Then the Les said, no, ma'am, I cannot. And he said, you know, I'm educably mentally handicapped, ma'am. Then the rest of the class, they started laughing at him. And she said, stepped out, and she looked straight to the eyes of the Les Brown and said, don't ever say this again in your lifetime. Okay, someone's opinion does not have to become your reality. Okay, then this is Les Brown. Okay, then she made Les Brown to come up, break the barrier. One teacher who said he is educably mentally retarded, a teacher who said educably mentally handicapped, that influenced Les Brown. The other teacher came, looked straight to the eyes of the child and eradicated it. And you know, he's labeled, he's the best motivation speaker. He's top 1, Les Brown's. He became a motivational speaker because of one teacher who turned. Always be a teacher encouraging. The teaching sector. See, you in teaching, we have 3 sets of students. One student's very interesting. Whatever you teach, you grab them. The second set, when you repeat it, they'll be able to capture it. The third set of students, right? When you repeat it twice, thrice, then only they'll be able to answer. Okay, so be an encouraging teacher. Be an encouraging teacher to your students. We need to know some little about the backgrounds. Many kids, so you come to a school or colleges, they are single parents are divorced. So a lot of stress and strain this new generation kids are encountering in their life. They all need a love and care. Okay, so caring, many of you have put on to the talk, right? A caring teacher is that you like. You like the same way. That is what the students also expects from you. Okay, energetic women, successful. After 2 children were born, who's this? Mary Kom, the first woman to win 6 world titles. 2002, 2005, 2006, 2008, 2010, 2018. It is because of her husband. Okay, so she hailed from this Indian boxer, okay, and only female, okay, to record 6 women. She comes from very poor background, okay. After her marriage, only her husband supported, okay, her and to become successful. You and me, we are successful is because of our husbands, okay. For some of you, don't think. See, whatever is the best of it, take of all from your relationship with each other, okay. So she is nicknamed as a magnificent Mary. All right. And you know about this girl, Hima Das? Yes, no? Yes? Okay. She comes from very poor background. Okay. Kanduli Mari village. Kanduli Mari village. She's called as a golden girl. Now she's an Assam DSP. She had a ribbed slippers for running. Now Adidas is making, you know, Adidas is making shoes under her name Hima Das. Okay, so what when you see about Mary Kom and Hima Das, what are the factors that influenced you? They are very well known person, right? I want in one word for the teachers to answer, faculties. What character of them attracted you, of Mary Kom and Hima Das? Hardworking. Thank you, Varani. Hardworking. Some people are hardworking. Some people are hardly working. Okay. Perseverance. Yes, perseverance. Thank you. Yes. Okay. And then we are going to see about their energetic and women. Noble women. In today's talk, we are going to see about noble women. We have never encountered, okay, a person like Mother Teresa. Okay. She dedicated her life to the poor and sick. Okay. She established missionaries of charity. She opened Kalighat home for the dying. She opened the homeless children. Okay. She didn't have anything for herself. She didn't have anything for herself. She always gave it for others, others, and others. Okay. Doing something good for others to the best of our ability is very important. Okay, like I always ask some questions like this in different talks, right? On a digital classroom talks or on big data analytics or machine learning talk or whatever the hands-on session I give. Like once I spoke to a talk to a set of faculties, okay, and there, right, and there one teacher said me, okay, she as I asked you all, right, as I asked you all, I asked the teacher also, why do you like one of the teacher in your life? And she immediately opened and said she loved her 3rd grade teacher, I suppose, if I'm right, some primary class teacher. She said, and I asked, why do you like? That time this teacher, now she's a teacher now, she was living in a village and their family was very poor. Okay, they don't have a square meal or 1 square meal, and she was a brilliant girl. This teacher was, when she was a student, she was a brilliant girl, and this teacher came to her home and she's her teacher, okay, that student teacher came to her home and the village. She saw how she was, how are they suffering. Then she started giving her one-time food, and this teacher, the teacher who taught her, was also poor, and she started giving one-time food for her. Then she started coming to school to have the food given by the teacher. So many years until their family gets stabilized, this teacher was giving her food. And that time she made a thought in her mind, when I grew up, I will also definitely become a teacher. Now that student became a teacher and she is feeding poor children in her class with the food. See, one single habit of a teacher made that student to become a teacher. And she said, right now, God has blessed me and I'm started feeding to the needy. And also, and she said, if I get little money, I will support some of the students with the fees, not the full fees, little amount I'll be able, I'm just trying to help you out. Now, I know you are all brilliant teachers, right? Most of you. Could you share any of your experience, like which where your teacher was influencing, or are you helping some students? Yes, no, yeah, it will never be no. You're all teachers, definitely you do it. Can you share any of the experiences that you have experienced as a teacher who was caring and nurturing? You can unmute your mic and say.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please, ma'am.
As a teacher, I really take a lot of care for my students, ma'am. Teachers, like students for me, I think like they are my kids. So, like wherever they are, whatever problems they're facing, they feel really very free to talk to me. And in order to nurture them, take even more care, because I am even mentor for some of my students. So I have even like gone for SWOT analysis for them, and time to time I keep monitoring them. I talk to them. I try to convert the weaknesses into strength. So in this, I really feel very happy. At least through me, at least my students can change a little bit, and that's a very great happy moment for me, ma'am.
Thank you, Sunita, ma'am. That's very important. We need to know about the students. Yes, Dia, ma'am.
My students really talk to me like financially or personally problems. One student have financial problem, then I sort out this problem like books, copies, and etc. And one students do drink, smoking. She share all problems personally. Then I say, you are my brother. Then you talk to me when you spoke out throw out, यानी कि आप जब मुझसे बात करेंगे जब आप इस स्मोकिंग को छोड़ दोगे, अदरवाइज नो टॉक टू मी. ही उसने मैम स्मोकिंग छोड़ दी और आज भी वो लड़का मुझसे बात करता है. आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम he call me, ma'am, my marriage, you come, please come. Ma'am, I say I'm not coming. He say I'm not doing marriage. You're not coming, I'm not doing marriage. So that is my good experience.
Yes, thank you.
I am from Haryana, Government Polytechnic, Uttar.
Okay, well done, Tia, ma'am. So sharing this influence, right, will influence people. Some of us would have not experienced it. It's an influencing factor for each and every one of us. Thank you for sharing, right? You are a counselor, you are a psychiatrist to both family and the working in environment. You have got the power to change the life of people, both good and bad. Okay, give them a space. See, at sometimes we need to be strict when we need to be strict. Please let us not be partial to any student. Okay, so we should also have time, space to open so that the students should speak about the problem. Because somewhere they lack, they go out of the track, and you are so influential. You are the ones who are creating the future citizens. Thank you all for sharing. So anger is like a strong wind. It calms down, but after a while, a lot of branches are already broken, as said by Rumi. That's what I asked. Sometimes we fight so many things we do. After that, we come to the room and we think, oh my God, why should I have done it? I should have been sometimes quiet. Those are the experience. The next time when we encounter, we need not share it back again. We need not experience the same thing again. So to be a successful teacher, spend time with the students. That is what Dia ma'am, Sunita ma'am said. Without spending time only if you take class, we don't know what is the pain the student is going about. Okay, you are a mother for more than 40 students every semester. I don't know how much is the strength. Okay, if you go to 2 sections, you're a mother of 80 kids, 80 students. Okay, understand your students, spend time with your students. It's only for academics. See, one teacher said she helped them in buying books. Whatever is the simple help. From old student, you can get it to the new student. Spend time, understand them. What is that they find? What is the problem they're facing? Your words are so powerful. Why do I say teachers' words are powerful? Once my son was in first standard or UKG, I don't remember. Okay, he brought us a classwork note. Okay, and there was a mistake on a word spelling. Then I told him, joints, this is not the spelling joints, you have to change it. Mommy, you shut your mouth. You don't know anything. Only my teachers knows. And then he said, what? Spelling my teacher as C. They put a tick, no? That is correct. He said. So whatever we speak, our words are more powerful. Depends upon our character, our discipline, how we behave. Okay, that is the most important fact. Care your students. What is the best that you can care of? Okay, so make them creative students. Okay, some of them will be creative in each of their sectors. Encourage the students. See how Brown's teacher encouraged him. Some teacher said she's educably mentally habited, but a teacher who encouraged, now he became the epic motivational speaker. Be self-confident and make them self-confident. Whatever happens in our life, let's be self-confident. Okay, self-respect comes from and self-discipline. When we are disciplined, and we always say give respect, take respect. Sometimes we not go at the back of the students. Once the students knows that we are of a good discipline, though we are a teacher, when we have a touch and feel of the students, okay, they will come back to us. Okay, see, teaching is one of the very noblest profession where we are creating generations, and every characters of yours, every words of yours. Okay, even in primary section, like we have a school, right? I always see at the end of the year, the students also will speak like the teacher, they walk like the teacher. The handwriting also influences everything. Our dressing, our behavior, everything is influential to the students. So spend time, understand your students, take care of your kids, become creative students, encourage and make them self-confident. Now I'm going to give a link to you, post it onto the chat. Just click the link and give your name. Okay, just a little survey kind of. Okay, let's see. We have 86 people here. Okay, I'm not able to. Hello. I'm sorry you're able to. I'm sorry you're able to hear me now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Something happened. Yeah, something happened to my network. I'm posting a link onto the chat. Click the link, give your name and join. You can use your mobiles, you can use your systems, whatever it is. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, let's see.
It shows some error, ma'am.
Just wait.
The quiz is not open. Please wait for the presenter to activate.
Yeah, I'm presenting it.
Quiz is not open. Please wait for the presenter to activate it.
Now try. Please try. Yeah, I'm getting 25 people have joined. Give your name properly. 36 joined. Yes. Yeah, 80 plus we have got. I wish everybody join. Once I started, it will be difficult for you to join. Just click the link and join. Yeah, it's there on YouTube also, in YouTube link.
Ma'am, get ready to play.
Yeah, I've not started. I'm waiting for people to join. People are joining. Okay, people are joining. Yeah, I'll start now. Okay.
Ma'am, this section is a very beautiful and I like your session.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Which subject area do you teach? You can just type it. Just
Ma'am, sorry. Ma'am, I'm electronics engineer.
you can put it on the chat. On the link, on the link, Menti link. 32 of them have answered, yeah. So English, computer science, physics, data science. Okay, very nice. Okay. Accounting.
Ma'am, not open. Ma'am, not open.
Click the link, ma'am. Once it is started, I don't know whether it allows us to open. Whether you're able to balance work and family. It's just a simple survey.
Sorry?
The questions on the Menti. Is my screen shared or is my screen not shared?
Screen not shared.
Okay, okay. That's why. Just. Yeah. Most of you say you're able to balance it. Very good. Okay, 96% says you're able to balance your family and life. I don't know, my internet speed is very slow. It's just a survey kind of questions. What makes you happy as a teaching professional? What makes you happy? You can just type it and send. 4 of you have given, 6 of you have given, 9 of you have given. Let's wait. Yeah, 21 of you have given. It's just simple survey. You have just only one quiz question. What makes you happy as a teacher? 41 of you have responded. Satisfaction, continuous learning, job satisfaction, to meet students. All right. Okay, students' results, to teach and motivate. Wonderful, wonderful. Just it's a survey question. Let's move on to the final question. Okay. The last question. You're completing it. As discussed in today's talk, N stands for notable women, natural women, or noble women. This is only one quiz question. Others are simple survey questions. 41 of you have given answers. Yes, 32 of you have given the right answer. Let's see who's the winner of this question. Only one question I had as quiz. So Anita ma'am was the fastest. Right, Dalia ma'am, Kanchana ma'am, Anu, Annie Karunya ma'am, Jay Bharti ma'am. Congratulations. So your feedback about today's session on women and education sector, you can type it. You can also type multiple. What were the good? Was it good for you? How was it good? You can type it and post it. It will be showed onto the screen. Innovative, awesome, thank you. Magnificent, great, awesome, superb, great, innovative. Keep sharing it. Okay, this is my company's website. Okay, www. CIRF.co.in. Here we train teachers, students, and also corporates on latest technology, on digital classrooms, on machine learning, deep learning, and also the uniqueness, we also provide faculty internship. So like faculties, online, offline, they come, they train. Even we have HODs who have got trained, because some of the syllabus we would have not learned during a curriculum. And this is what we just completed: image analytics, healthcare. Okay, and predictive healthcare we had. And this is for students. Once the batch becomes 20, we start. If any of your students are interested, they could join. And also for PhD scholars, I give training to them and they develop the coding. Okay, for finding solution to problem, for journal publication, reputed journals. Okay, how to write good journal papers, and R&D projects have been there in our company. So if you are interested, you could approach me. I will share my YouTube channel. Lot of talks, I don't know, it's more than 100 talks during this pandemic. It's all there on my YouTube channel. I will share my YouTube channel link onto the chat, and also my contact details, my mobile number, and website. Okay, so if you are in need, so happy to have you all today, to meet you and to speak about on women in education sector. Thank you, Benazir ma'am. Thank you for the good. If you want to take a screenshot of it, also you can take screenshot of it. All right. So today we started a talk about women, willing women, and optimistic women, a marvelous women, magnificent women, energetic and encouraging women, noble women, of success. Spend time with your students, understand your students, take care of your students, make them creative. All right, and encourage the students, be self-confident, have self-respect and self-discipline. I would like to thank PSG Polytechnic for having invited me to give a talk on this. Thank you all for joining. We all had a very good survey session and the quiz session. Thank you all for the beautiful feedbacks that you have given. God bless you. Bye-bye. Over to Varmati ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome.
You're willing to Shananta ma'am?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please, you can give the feedback. And also I'm posting this entire session on YouTube Live. If you find the session was interesting, after the session, give your comments on the comment. I will share the YouTube link onto the chat of this particular session. If it was useful to you, you can give the comments. All right?
Yes, thank you so
Session
much.
was interesting. After the session,
So much for chat and YouTube, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
well, if somebody wants to speak, you can continue speak. Sorry, I just stopped it and I. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sunita ma'am. Welcome.
I request Shananta ma'am to give vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Time to share the gratitude. This is Shananda for thank note. Faculty Development Program on Women Empowerment by Women in Development Cell, Canada, India Institutional Cooperation Project, PSG Polytechnic College. First and foremost, I would like to
excuse me, I would like to thank our head of the institution, Principal Dr. B. Giriraj, for supporting us for all the events. Then I would like to thank all the resource persons from day one. Mrs. Shashi Chandran for talking on holistic approach to harness challenges asked for environment for growth. Next, it is Dr. Tilak Arasi to give a session on team management. Next, thanking Santana Lakshmi to give a session on women empowerment. Next, it is Dr. Deepa. I would like to thank her for a session on emotional intelligence. Next, it is today we had Vijayalakshmi Subramaniam for having a session on leadership. And now it is Dr. Doreen Robin to share her time interacting on the topic women in education sector. I thank all resource persons for being with us and enriching us with their words the complete 4 days throughout the sessions, the FTP. Next, I would like to, before thanking all the participants, I'm happy in introducing our team members here. It is PSG Polytechnic College, Coimbatore, CIICP Trust Area members. The whole team is here. First, it is Dr. Sharmila, Department of ECE. She is our Trust Area Manager. I thank her for her continuous support throughout the academic year and for this program especially. Next, it is Ms. Valarmati. She is the backup manager of this trust area. Next, all the 5 trust area members, Dr. S. Anita, Department of Physics, Dr. Shalini, Department of Physics, Ms. Archana, Department of Mathematics. Next, it's me, Shananta, from Department of English. Next, it is Ms. Annie Kanya from Department of Information Technology. I share the happiness with all the team members. And finally, I would thank all active participants who were interacting and making the session, all the sessions more interactive and completeness for this program. Thank you all. Nice being with you all for these days. Thank you. Now it's time for National Anthem. I would like to ask Valarmati Madam to take over this.
Let's we all rise up for the nation.
जागे तब शुभ नामे आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जय जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय जय
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all. There is an announcement regarding the certificate of participation. Those who have attended all the session and completed filling the feedback form, they'll receive their certificates within 2 working days.